some news we've all been waiting for. Goofy is a monstrosity, and some debuts happening in the world of fighting games. It's inventory full, and it's happening right now.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
We're listening to the sultry sounds of Utada Hikaru's new song from Kingdom Hearts 3, Don't Think Twice.
Nate's into it. You feeling it?
Yeah, we're gonna feel a little bit more when the song's actually done,
Yeah.
and when the game's actually done. Welcome to Inventory Full, right here, and thanks to the fine folks at Popcorn Talk Network for hosting us here. We are live on Twitch at Inventory Full PT every week, bringing you this talk show as well as other games throughout the week, and boy, do we have some of those to talk about. I'm one of your hosts, the internet's Mark B. Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. This is Nate.
What's up, nerds? Nate Miller here. You can find me on all social media at DogLikeNate.
That's Stacey.
Hi guys, it's Shuttleworth. You can find me all over the web at Stacey Shuttles.
Patrick Dees is back.
What is up, guys? All the way from the UK. You can find me at Dees on Twitter or Truly Slide on your console of choice. Guys, how are we?
Turns out my assassination attempt failed.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
so you almost died.
Yeah, nightmare. Long story short, I was in an elevator and looked at my phone. I was in the 11th floor. I pushed the down button. Nothing happened. Still looked at my phone. Pressed the lobby button again, and before I knew it, I'd flown up, hit the top of the elevator. I fell 5 floors.
You hit the top of the
It
elevator?
Well, yeah,
free
'cause
fell.
it's
And so I went
down,
bam, and
so
I
you
went
just-
up, and I hit my phone out, flew over, and then I immediately hit the ground again. Was totally disoriented. Saw that it was 5. Lights were flashing, and it had stopped at the 5th floor. I was stuck there for about 2 hours while I wanted to ensure it was safe before they opened it. The London Fire Brigade showed up. Eventually, you guys saw the picture I tweeted out. Amazing chaps. I
Good-looking
negotiated a free night at the hotel for every one of those gentlemen and their wives because
wow.
they save lives on the regular. So anyway, just very grateful for those guys. But yeah, it was terrifying. It was.
Yeah.
They were yelling at me through the door saying, "Don't move." So you guys know me, like I'm like super ADD and like, oh, that's all I have to do. And I'm like, please just don't move, just
And
don't
the more
move.
you think about not moving, the
Totally,
harder
it was
gets.
like, don't
Right.
tell me not to move. So anyway, it was the worst 2 hours of my life.
So
Are you
Here.
scarred for life from elevators now? Are you feeling okay, or how you?
I've only been in one since, but I did the thing like immediately. I was like, never getting in that death trap again, you bastards!
Right.
And so I made them relocate me to the first floor. So I was like,
I think that's pretty
stayed there,
understandable,
right? I feel
yeah.
like they took care of the rest of my stay. I got free room service the rest of my stay, and I got nights free for the London Fire Brigade. But yeah.
So amongst this madness, first of all, you look a little banged up and a little bruised in the best possible way.
Yeah, I'm here. Like
You're a
I walked
survivor.
away. Yeah, so I'm here.
You're
Yes.
a survivor, an international survivor.
Yes.
But despite that, you talked about getting a Switch for the trip over
did.
to London.
I did.
What did you play while you were over there?
I bought a bunch of games. I bought 2K. I bought The Fall. I bought I didn't buy the Path of Octopath Traveler.
Octopath
demo.
Traveler.
Yeah.
Sure, I know what that is.
Couldn't play
The
anything.
Final Fantasy.
It's basically
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. It's really dope. It's got this it's like pixel art, but they got this really cool new like depth of field stuff. I'll show you some art. It's really rad. But that's real hard to play anything once you've fallen in love with Zelda.
Exactly.
Wow. I tell you what, so it's a 10-hour flight there. You were there recently, Mark, right? Like,
Yeah, a little while ago.
This flight's long, so 3.5 hours there I played. I played literally every night I was in London. Get back to the hotel, played Zelda for a couple of hours. And then on the way home, I sat next to a 12-year-old who had never seen a Switch. She was visiting the States for the first time, and I'm like, you really need to play this game. And I watched her experience the joy of like, oh, I wonder if this is... It worked! It worked! It was high-fiving this girl. Like, she did that thing where, there's all these really... I won't talk about this too long because I know a lot of you guys have already played Zelda and understand why it's magic, but like, there's all these systems in the game that like, of course they work. There was like all little goblins or whatever, and she shot a fire arrow and it lit a bunch of them on fire and it caught one of the boxes on fire. And there's usually food in the box, so the box melted, the food popped out, but was in its cooked state. Because of course it would, because it caught fire and it was just cooked food. And she was like so elated about this. And when she figured out she could kill fish with the bomb, she just went fishing with the bomb in the river. It was the best. And there's just a magic about that game, a sense of wonder that I think can't be articulated through talking about its systems. It's just
Agreed.
It's something
It's
else.
more people talking about what they experienced. Like, I was climbing up this hill, I finally got to the top of it, and I saw this giant troll-looking moaf, and I tiptoed around it to try to get it not to wake up, but it did and killed me. Anyway, and then I ran into a dragon that electroshocked me into a river where I drowned.
It's
Anyway.
just, like everything you try that should work, can work, and does, and it's just. I like you and I were discussing offline. Like I don't know that if it's a game, if I never finish it, it's okay because it's about that discovery. So like I'm gonna play it till I'm done and feel satiated because I don't care about the story that much. But
I've got one more divine beast, which are sort of like the big pillars of do this and then go fight Ganon.
Got it.
I've got
Four
one.
of those?
There are 4 of them.
Got it.
I've
I just got that
one
quest.
more to go.
Yeah.
And I don't want to beat it
don't
just in
blame
case.
you.
I don't think it will, but just in
Yeah.
case it hardlines me like, all right, now go to the castle.
Yeah.
So I want to just try to experience. I just helped somebody build a town. And it's really cool. Like, hey, can you go get me some wood? Find me a tailor.
Yeah.
And he ends up finding the love of his life, and you go to their wedding. It's really nice. It's
Spoilers.
so nice.
But
I didn't say who or what it is, but damn it, I'm a homeowner.
But I love how like it just throws you in there and like, hey, it treats you with a sense of respect. Like you're gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like I literally didn't understand. I'd heard this game doesn't have like a lot of tutorialization. By little, it has nothing. It's like, yeah, there's a world. Go figure this out.
There
You
are
make
t-
your own maps.
there are
It's
times when
awesome.
you get tutorials after you do the thing.
Oh, totally.
So it's like, oh, how did I do this? Like, oh, by the way, in order to parry stuff, you do this.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay,
Right.
so I was
Thank you.
supposed to do that. That's great.
Yep.
I'm really happy, Patrick. I'm excited to talk to you more about Breath of the Wild. I streamed that over the weekend. Go check that out. It was really chill. Hey, Stacey,
Yeah.
you're playing some weird shit.
I am playing some
Are
weird
you?
shit.
Yep.
I am.
you playing?
Do you want to talk about Human Fall Flat or Doki Doki Literature Club first?
Oh yeah, I started both
Did you?
this week. I did. So gotta say, in Doki Doki Literature Club, I am actually having a lot of literature lessons.
Oh, no, I bet.
Interesting.
I bet.
There is a lot of literature,
Yeah.
and it feels like I'm back in college. I'm very excited. I've written a lot of nonsense poetry.
Great.
Perfect.
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on PC.
It's only PC.
It
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a game, right? Not a college course?
It's kind of like a college.
It's a game, but you know
Okay.
what? You read their poems and then they talk about all the mechanics they used and the themes and the tropes, and you're like, yeah, I'm back in my poetry class right now.
Without saying too much, has it gotten weird yet?
It hasn't.
Okay. Because
played-
there's a moment where the
I
game
know
switches.
the
disappointing.
weird
Yeah.
part.
I played about 2 hours. I know something is coming, so like I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
What is this game? What do you do?
Well,
yeah,
we'll find
yeah.
out as Stacey
So
plays it.
you get dragged into a literature club by your best friend, and you don't want to go, but you get to the club and you find out that it's filled with cute girls.
What do you
It's
do
like a visual
in the
novel,
game?
right?
Okay.
Like,
You
what are
just
the
read.
verbs?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just read.
almost just
the-
read.
There's stories,
Right.
and you get, oh, this is a cool story. You get involved with the characters and things.
Yes.
Okay.
I've
gotcha.
played for about 2 hours.
I'm trying to
and
figure
I've
out like what the gameplay
yeah.
is.
Very visual
Hit
novelty,
X
right?
to turn page.
I've made about 4 actual choices in the game so far
So
after
it's-
2
Wow.
hours.
Oh,
It is
okay.
really a
so
visual
it's like
novel.
but a story that not just like the Edith Finch thing where you're like going through a
No.
story.
No,
you're
no,
not
choosing
at all.
how things happen.
no,
and
no,
play
you
out,
are just
so.
following this along.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You are
Okay.
you are along for the ride.
How much was it?
It is free.
It is free.
It is free. You can go and
That-
play this for nothing.
that is
They
even better.
have an expansion pack that you can purchase that gives you a couple of extras. I think mostly cosmetic things. I didn't look too much into it.
Cool.
That's like $10, but to play the game, it is free.
Oh, is this a console game?
PC.
PC.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
So I'm gonna dig back into that later.
I'm really excited for when it gets weird. But speaking of starting out weird, Human Fall Flat.
Human Fall Flat.
What?
Do you know Gang Beasts?
I do.
So Gang Beasts, Human Fall Flat is Gang Beasts the adventure game.
Go on.
The platformer.
Yes. Amazing.
You're just this lumpy humanoid shape
Yeah.
that you could dress up however you want.
I love dressing up humanoids.
I made mine look like Princess Fiona.
Why wouldn't you?
Why not?
Why wouldn't you?
It wasn't meant to be that
Speaking
way,
of
but then it
literature.
happened and I just went with it. And you just flop around. I mean, you move, but not conventionally. It's very physics based.
Yeah.
So when you put a movement into it, like when you put it in action, it responds accordingly.
Right.
So you can do some weird things.
Fantastic.
And I played with a bunch of my friends that we game with regularly, which, you know, they're all assholes. So most of the game was just us dragging each other over cliffs.
Your
and
friends are like
falling-
my friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
Got
awful.
it.
We're awful to each
Yep.
other. Most of
Yep.
the game is us screaming at each other to let go
Yep.
and stop trying to throw us over the side.
Leave me alone.
No, that did have a lot to do with it. I got to climb a lot of things, which was real fun. But it's basically a teamwork-inspired puzzle. So you work through these levels and you have to figure out what you need to do and how you need to coordinate different pieces of the puzzle to move through the level.
Yeah.
And it's very simplistic kind of commands. You can't jump around much or do anything too strenuous.
Okay.
So you have to find creative ways around. And we broke a lot of levels by not following them the way you're supposed to, which is kind of the beauty of the game, because there are several different ways you can get to the ending point. So they'll kind of guide you through a path that's like, well, here, this is one way to do it. Or you could spend half an hour trying to climb this mountain and all of a sudden beat the level while your friends are still down on the beach.
I kind of love that.
Which is what happened to us at one point.
Yeah.
And you gonna return to it?
Oh yeah.
Wait, who published that? Is this a mini game? It's
It's
rare
an
a
indie game,
yeah.
but I don't know the specific studio.
It's just rare, like, a game's not on radar at all. Like, I've heard nothing of this. Like, this game.
Human Fall Flat's been around for maybe 5 or 6 months. It started out as just like a single player or 2-player game, co-op game, and then I think they added the online functionality.
Nice. Okay, yeah, just
pretty recently.
Very cool.
It's still like the alpha mode. So,
Yeah.
Got it.
It took a while to get a lobby going that everyone actually went into, and we had.
So it's early access.
It's not considered early access, but this feature.
Yeah?
So it has a single player feature that's fully implemented.
Right.
And then this play with friends. So set up. Well, they have online lobbies that are pretty fully functional. But the new thing is you create private only with your friends lobbies.
Gotcha.
So we started with just a regular custom game, and random people started dropping in, which got weird real fast. So.
Right.
I'm excited to see more of it. I've always loved this sort of doughy claymation sort of things. I definitely think that both Human Fall Flat and Gang Beasts we need to do.
Gang Beasts
Gang
together.
Beasts is
I know.
absolutely ridiculous.
We should be playing.
What you looking?
Just looking.
Yeah. Look out. What have you been playing, Nate?
World of Warcraft.
Well, just WoW.
Yeah,
Just
no,
more WoW?
I mean, I played some League. I've been playing some Fighter Z. Trying to get my skills up.
Are you
feeling
entering
about
Evo? Get in pools.
I was
right
thinking
here
today.
first.
I was thinking today about. I don't know if I want to go. I've wanted to go for a long time.
Where
never
is
been.
Vegas.
And, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And you can sign up. I mean, I don't expect to get anywhere, but I think it would be cool to train and
Just take
actually
a
try
swing?
to get decent. See if I can beat 1 or 2 people.
Take
Yeah.
a swing, totally.
Yeah.
Why
and
wouldn't
then
you?
I get knocked out. I still get to go enjoy the show. and
Yes.
stuff, so.
Evo's super
about
hype. The one thing that is unfortunate for the rest of us, it also shares a weekend with another event that we're all planning on going to.
Is this true?
It is RTX weekend.
However,
However, the fact that Dragon Ball FighterZ is still such a new game, I think the now's the best time to get in.
Agreed.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an ArcSys game, and so it's not new in the sense of like everybody starting on the same level playing field.
Right.
There's if you've played Guilty Gear, you have a much higher lead
Because
than
the
even
systems
people
are
that
so
playing Street
similar.
Fighter.
Got it.
Exactly. The other thing that's really interesting too that's going on within the community is you're getting people who are coming from Guilty Gear, Street Fighter,
Blade Blue.
Tekken, right, and then you're getting the Xenoverse players.
That's
Just
a weird
very
cross-section.
different fighting game,
Yeah.
right? And those people are just getting demolished because they have no idea how to do a 2D fighter. But it's fun. People are still figuring out combos and some secret techniques and stuff. And there's a few teams that are pretty meta already. But I mean, where I play, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Really. I'm not
You'll
up
get
there,
on that
so-
level one of those days.
Yeah, probably not. But
I believe in you. We all believe in you here.
I need a fight stick.
You do need a fight stick.
Yeah.
It's holding me back.
I go with Hori. Is usually a pretty good manufacturer.
Oh, thanks.
I got you.
Look at that.
Man, bro, I'm legitimately sad that Evo is on the same weekend as RTX.
Yeah.
I'm so because
If
I
he
was
gets
like,
in, I'm gonna really be
if
torn.
anything should happen, man. Anyway,
What are you playing?
So I played round 2 of Getting Over It,
Okay.
where I really started to get.
Did you get over
I
it?
got real mad.
Okay.
I
so not over
I
it.
made some really good progress and lost all of it. I am
That's why I don't play the
back
game.
at the beginning,
That's why I
and
don't
I was
play it.
getting real mad to the point.
Beginning?
The beginning.
Nice.
Like I went back to the first tree, and I was just like, okay.
He just fell really.
So I'm not. I didn't get
didn't
super
fall.
loud.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of people just like, no. feeling for me because boy, oh man, I'm starting to get really frustrated. So I'm gonna
Boy, oh man.
next time I play it, it's not gonna be on stream, but I'm gonna get back to the place where I was. It may take me a day
no
to do
cheating.
so.
No cheating.
No.
You got to do it on stream.
There's no
How do we know that you did it and you didn't bring in a professional?
a professional get over it?
Yeah. That's
yeah.
the thing.
Definitely.
What's
it's
up,
an
Kyle?
emo this year.
Speaking of which, Fuzzy Games, Kyle, what's up? He's been following us since the Video Game Movie Anatomy days,
right
and
on.
joined us for the Getting Over
In
It
the
stream.
UK?
What?
Easy in the UK?
I don't know.
He might be. Fuzzy Games?
That's
I think I might know this gentleman. What up, Kyle?
perhaps, but
Perhaps.
what's up? Welcome, Kyle. And then I also let me grab the developer for this. They sort of just like pimped out, hey, we have a beta, and if you want a code, just let us know. I played a game called Descending, which is a BMX game.
Nope.
Where you go downhill, and I personally.
Nate's superpowers is he's the most dismissive human being.
No, I know what I like.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like it. It saves you time. You're like, yeah, no.
It's more for other
I'm sorry,
people.
not Descending, Descenders.
Okay.
But I was a big fan of Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. This is not very much a lot like that.
XXX.
This is a
What's
little
the-
bit more BMX Triple
BMX
X.
Triple
It's
X, that's what it
it's like
is.
steep.
It's like steep, but dirt. And it's
steep but filthy.
It's very much in early access, and I had a lot of trouble playing it and didn't really have fun with it. But some people are really enjoying it, so good for them. But thank you for letting me try it out.
Yeah.
If you like that type of stuff, play it. Because I'm not going to. Let's talk about some stories really quick so we can get to Kingdom Hearts. I even kind of want to skip this one. I just wanted to talk a little bit. Agents of Mayhem was a game that...
It was a game.
It was a game
Yeah.
for a very
We could
short
agree on
period
It
of
was a
time.
game for the month of
Um,
August.
Nobody played.
And that nobody played and is being shut down, to which the studio got shut down. And as a result... well, not as a result, but hey, to sort
This
of
was such
stay...
an awful idea for a game.
To go-
Like, at no point in time when they were talking about this game was I like, oh, this is cool.
Wait, the game or the board game?
Well, I mean,
Either.
A little bit column A, a little bit
Sure,
column B.
yeah,
I do have to say, though, having been playing lots of board games on my tabletop simulator, it looks pretty cool.
All right.
So for those of you
It's got
listening on
levels.
audio,
It does.
you can build various buildings and destroy them or build them up
Or-
even further. It's a team-based team versus team skirmish board game for 2 to 4 players. You and your opponents will play through a Radiant story, where every choice you make will have effects that ripple through the campaign. Play either as Legion, an organization of supervillains who have taken over the world, or as Mayhem, a band of anti-heroes who will do whatever it takes to stop Legion.
bad
So
guys?
they've already got 4 times what they were asking for.
Cool.
They're asking for 30 grand. They are at 120,000.
It's like a Kickstarter thing?
It's a
Good for them.
Kickstarter.
Good for
Oh,
them.
cool.
Yeah. So it's been already successfully kickstarted 4 times over, and the campaign doesn't end until February 27th. So
Good
there's
for
still a
them.
whole bunch of time. So if for something like this, especially with board games, Kickstarter does board games right, and board game campaigns are usually a great way to get into it. If you want to get everything the cheapest,
Yeah.
and this is interesting to you, go to the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
you'll be
can
able to
envision
get
now.
so much stuff, some probably Kickstarter exclusive stuff,
Right.
just by donating. Does anybody want to pick up Agents of Mayhem, the board game?
No, I don't play board games, but I love the art style for this. Like, they had a lot of stuff going for it.
Yeah,
I
Deep
really,
Silver always
I
looked
was a
cool.
huge
I just don't understand.
Saints Row fan.
And that's what I don't get. Is like why you have that Saints Row thing that everybody loves.
I know, I agree.
Hey, we got a new game.
It's
Saints
not-
Row? No, it's not Saints Row.
No, but it's loosely in that
Oh,
universe.
of course.
Like, I know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's canon that it's like the same
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, Johnny Gat's in the game. Like,
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
But still,
But my
like,
point is that, like, I think
who
the
asked for
IP
this?
looked cool, even if the game,
Yes,
by
the
all
art
accounts,
style
didn't
is
look,
cool.
it looks
yes.
rad. Like that
Yeah.
whole
The
Hanna-Barbera
gameplay
like,
I
cartoon.
thought was stupid, but the
Yeah.
art style, the characters
How
also
is that
too.
not a co-op? The characters
Yeah.
looked
The way
rad,
they
right? I
introduced
agree.
them,
There's
yeah,
like
it was
12
really,
different
really cool.
people. Like, it looked cool, and
Yeah,
the villains
this is
looked
cool.
awesome.
This is a good idea.
I'm glad this is gonna live on in another form.
Yeah, and obviously people are into it too.
Yeah,
'cause
dude.
It's getting a huge
$120,000 in
For a
no
board game.
little bit of scratch.
for a board game. My question is, how much do you think the game costs full price?
Full price, they'll probably sell it for maybe 40 or 50 bucks.
I think it's gonna be like 60.
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
bucks.
A lot of
60,
minis.
A lot of minis, a lot of
Yeah.
levels. It looks like.
Yeah. It's a lot of
I'm sure it's
cardboard they
gonna
gotta
have
make.
expansions.
Hey, so you know what was totally radical about us talking about a couple of weeks ago?
What's
Tubular?
radical?
That the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming to Injustice,
Yeah,
and we got
they
our
are.
first look
lame, not
at
radical.
gameplay.
Do we have it up?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So
Gimmick.
a couple of things were announced.
Gimmick.
Yeah, either way, a couple of things were announced. One, each of the turtles will be are able
Separate
to play
characters.
separately.
Right.
They all take up one spot on the character select screen, but once you select Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then
Pick
you
which one
can
you
select
want.
one of 4
right,
turtles.
all right.
There's a lot of different costumes available for them too, which are very much in theme. I've seen one where Donnie wears a Bane-esque
Beautiful.
thing, but instead of the acid, it's ooze.
Fantastic.
Which is just like really cool and nerdy for Ninja Turtles
Oh,
fans.
look at that.
There's a lot of co-op
fun.
moves.
What's
Right.
sick?
The whole
Skateboard.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the way that they've put the characters in. Like, I think the graphics for Injustice are really good.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
a
got
beautiful
that.
game.
Yeah, I just don't like. Come on.
It is.
It's
a
like there's so much
stunning
like
game.
air quotes I say realism in this
In the Injustice
Injustice
universe?
kind of thing that it just seeing them talk like I don't know, but at least
But I
they-
mean,
at lea-
compared to
yeah.
like Solomon Grundy
Right,
or
yeah.
Swamp Thing.
No, I see what you're saying, yeah. And at least it's like the classic true designs. They didn't go for like
Right,
the Michael
right.
Bay
Yep, yep.
realistic
They
aliens
don't
thing.
have.
So
Yeah. Excellent point.
While the story behind them being in the Injustice universe
okay.
fits, it checks out.
Does it?
Yep.
Oh, thank
While
God.
in a fight with the fearsome Krang,
Yep.
our heroes in a half shell were jettisoned on a one-way trip across the multiverse.
Oh.
So,
they really thought that
multiverse,
one
you
out.
say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that both the DC universe and the Turtles universe have shell-shocked, have a multiverse. So the fact that those paths cross, that makes sense.
They did a comic with Batman, right? Didn't they do like
A couple.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
they're like cousins.
God.
Like the comic universes between them and DC are
It's like
cousins.
one street over in the multiverse.
not really. It's like
Got
they
it.
own them.
Yeah.
But they weren't a DC creation. They married into
Right.
the family.
They were sold to
Nickelodeon
them.
still owns that.
Right.
Yeah, and it's still
Yep.
huge. They're actually doing a new Turtle show.
Good for them.
Where's
The
very
IP
good for
that
them.
keeps on giving. Now the question is, if you were a turtle, which one would you be?
It's actually a very important question.
I know.
It's
I mean,
the
it says
four
a lot about
That
humors.
is very, carefully considered.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a wrong answer
I think
here.
it's pretty obvious.
Mark would be a Donatello. No,
Leonardo.
Leonardo. Okay, I can see
Donatello.
Raphael.
that. Raphael. I want to be a Raphael.
Oh, give me a break.
No,
Now
this
you're all
is-
gonna
we're the
fight over
Raphs.
Raphael.
Yeah.
We've got
Oh,
two
okay.
Raphaels.
We have two Raphs. The show's better for it. I think.
All right. Let us know what turtle you think we are in the comments down below, or on Twitter using Inventory Full PT.
Now this just makes me want like Master Shredder and like that would be cool.
In Injustice 3, we'll get Master Shredder,
That'd be
Super Shredder.
On board.
I just we got Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Let's get a sequel of that, but Mortal Kombat versus Turtles.
Oh, hell
so we
yeah.
get like Baxter Stockman.
I just want a Turtles fighting game.
Yeah,
with
I want
like
some.
the pig-nosed guy, you know.
Rocksteady and Bebop.
Yeah, and
Well,
then
we get-
what's
it's
his
a-
name? Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones and Injustice. Come on.
So hey, did you?
That's perfect.
Do you have Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Do you know about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament
Right.
Fighter?
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Did you know
Did you
it's
have
a
for you.
Super
it's 2018, so I don't really.
Did you have to
play
check
that.
one year?
I did. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, have I been
Are we
transported
still-
back in time?
are
He's
we
talking to me about this game.
Are we still in 2018?
The Ninja Turtles will be available February 13th for players who own the Season Pass. And then if you don't have the Season Pass, they're going to be available next week. But I'm super excited for it. I haven't touched Injustice 2 in months.
Neither have I.
This is going to be a way to bring me back in.
Now,
Fair.
riddle me this: like, you can't go back to the campaign and
see what you
play. You like that? You can't be. You can't play through the campaign with the DLC characters, right? Like, it's just in.
So the campaign is
in as a
strictly
story.
this character. You play as this character for this
this fight,
chapter.
yeah.
Right, I played through the campaign. My point is, like, I can't go back and there's not like inserted turtle chapters.
Not yet. They haven't announced.
Please, oh, no.
They haven't
What
announced
are you,
any
crazy?
sort of. They haven't announced anything like that, and I think that's how they can get away with Hellboy,
Got it.
with
Okay.
Sub-Zero, and with the
the old-
Turtles.
yep.
Is they don't really
You
fit
just
in.
play the tower.
Exactly.
Got it. Yep,
Exactly.
got
And
it.
they have challenge modes.
Okay. I
But
like
it's
being
cool to-
challenged. That sounds like right up my alley.
They call it the multiverse, where various
Hellboy's in this game?
Hellboy's,
Yes.
yeah,
And he looks badass.
He looks like Mike Mignola Hellboy,
Fucking
not
awesome.
like movies Hellboy.
Yeah, he
it was
was
really
cool.
cool.
I like both.
All right, speaking of, let's stay in the world of fighting games. The EVO 2018 lineup has been announced with one glaring omission. But the lineup this year, I'll go bottom to top: Dragon Ball FighterZ, Injustice 2, Guilty Gear XRD, it's absurd. Rev 2, Blade Blue Cross Tag Battle, which isn't even out yet. Nope. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, Tekken 7, and Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. Now, not on that list for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yep.
Because the game's not good. It's not
Just
a
don't
good
like
game.
it.
But I don't know if that's pressure from Capcom, because we know Nintendo has had a little bit of because why wouldn't you include Marvel vs. Capcom
Because
3?
no one's playing the game.
Yeah.
But even why would you not go back to Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Because we still have Marvel vs.
Because no one's playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
And nobody's playing.
Everybody's playing
Infinite.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters, or they're playing 5 because they fixed 5, or they're
Right.
playing 7, or Tekken 7 because Tekken 7's really big, or they're playing Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
None of those guys are the people who would be playing that game
Blaze
are
Blue.
playing other games.
Yeah.
They had Marvel vs. Capcom 3 already had issues. It was like we love it, so we're just gonna put up with it kind of a thing. Infinite's announced, great, they're gonna fix all that stuff. Nope.
We
The
made an
graphics are
entirely
worse,
new system.
The gameplay is garbage. There's no X-Men. Like, you can't. I know.
Where's
I
my
know
Wolverine?
the Marvel.
No,
Damn it!
that's
it's-
true.
I know.
Yeah.
The
I
Marvel
know.
Fox
I just-
thing is stupid.
I
but
agree.
Like,
Yeah, it's super dumb.
When you get to a point of like 15 years, these games have been out with X-Men characters. Wolverine is a staple.
Since
And
Street
I
Fighter,
know.
Street Fighter versus X-Men was the first crossover one, and
Yep.
just the
The
Ryu
roster.
and Wolverine are the
cover
boys
yeah,
for,
totally.
for that.
On Infinite is awful.
There were
Well,
some
I mean,
good
even
ideas.
on that,
Fighting
talking
games
about like
forever.
Remember, Marvel vs.
We're gonna do
Capcom
it.
didn't
Okay.
even come like that game started as Capcom versus X-Men. That was
Street Fighter versus X-Men.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah. So to take out Cyclops, to take out Magneto, to take out Storm, to take out Wolverine, core came
know.
to
Yeah.
that fighting game. The replacements we got were awful.
Garbage.
I don't
The
even
Ca-
pick
the
up a fight
Capcom
stick if
choices
Magneto's not in the game
characters
these
were
days.
awful.
Magneto is like a meta is a team. Yeah, I would
I
say
wanna
even
be
taking Cyclops off of
Magneto,
there.
the little serve bot.
Servbot's no joke.
I know.
Servbot's no joke.
He doesn't look like a joke.
Yeah.
I would not fuck with that guy. He's like a little bouncer at a club. If he's this big and he's got his arms folded, he'll mess
But just
you
imagine,
up.
but exactly. Imagine that hitbox.
That's what I'm saying.
Versus fucking Hulk. And,
Yeah, totally.
Anyway,
That's right.
Terrifying.
Standing medium
I'm
punch
scared
just
of
goes right
Servbot.
over the head.
So
That's
That's what you
balanced.
should be.
there's a lot of stuff to still get hyped over, including one thing in particular.
That Nate's gonna be there.
Street Fighter-
I'm hyped about that.
Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition was recently released, and they're
Yeah.
still releasing new characters for it. It was announced that Blanca's story mode is going to feature him being turned into a big merchandising effort. And they released the first image of the costume that you
true?
get. This is 100% true. They're in game. They're going to be licensing Blanca toys that look like that. So they are releasing a costume for Blanca
Yep.
that looks like the toys.
Oh, that's adorable.
And if this doesn't cause more people to start playing as Blanca, I don't know what will. Former Evo champion
balance
Justin
changes,
Wong
but-
I'm a
even
big
was
Blanca guy. I love Blanca.
yes.
I love that Blanca.
Go tight. Get
Oh
tight.
my
He almost looks like Amingo from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 a little bit. Yeah, all right. We're done with fighting games. We'll get hype after Evo anyway.
That is much better.
No.
Closer.
Look at this boy.
Wait, Blanca's.
Yeah.
What is
We
this
found
Yeah.
something else.
Did you see that?
And that's what we call Street Fighter 5 right
Yep.
there.
Look at that Easter egg and enhance.
Look at the shape.
Enhance.
I love the
The
shape.
sheep's neck is jacked up.
If
Did you
you
guys see that Mike Drucker tweet over the week? He wrote some huge article about like what the background people in Street Fighter 2 must be thinking, and it's all those people that you've seen, like in that guy in Chun-Li stage with the chicken when he's just like,
Yeah.
you have to go read this article.
Okay,
Fuck
please retweet it and,
Yeah,
and we'll
done.
check it out.
You
Sorry, I
don't
just
know
totally bipped the microphone. This one is really quick. We don't have any media for it, but I just for some of the games that are on this list. Tiny Build announced 6 ports for the Switch, including Final Station, Cluster Truck, which is really fun, Punch Club, which is also really fun, Party Hard, which is getting a lot, which has gotten a lot of indie cred, Streets of Rogue, which is a procedurally generated RPG,
Fantastic.
and Hello Neighbor,
Hello, neighbor.
which has been a pretty big indie darling. They have shirts at Hot Topic. It must be pretty successful.
Hello, neighbor.
So you break into your neighbor's house and you try to have him not catch you, but
Right.
he's up to like some weird sacrifice or something like that. You don't know.
I don't know. That's why I broke in.
So all of these games
I
are going to
don't-
be $15 on the eShop, except for Hello Neighbor, which is going to be $40. Those are
Wow.
that sort of continues the trend of the Switch being the new indie place to go.
Yep.
Because we're already getting Night in the Woods.
Yep.
Nate?
Do you think that has anything to do with the fact that there aren't that many Switch games yet?
Oh, it's 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, because people are looking for stuff to play. They'll go, oh, I'll
Right.
get this, I'll get that, I'll
Right.
get this.
And from a technology perspective, like it's lowered spec, like it can run a lot of these indie games. Like I have no
Right.
problem running Night in the Woods.
sure.
It runs well, and like a lot of those games lend themselves to kind of bite-sized stuff anyway. It's a perfect platform. For it. Like the Vita was.
I think that if there was a larger launch titles for the people to play on Switch, that I don't think we would be seeing as many ports and indie stuff on there. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that that's a
you are.
really big part about it.
How dare
I
you.
mean, it's good
Sorry,
though.
Raph would say that,
It would-
right?
Well, it would be. I mean, it's
Not wrong.
Either way, it's a good thing
Mm-hmm.
because we want indie, developers to get more shine, and especially if they're able to have, the really nice thing about Pocket Games is just like how you shared with that girl
Dude,
on
it
the
was
plane.
incredible.
You can't, when you're playing Xbox at home, you
No,
can't be like,
you're
yo,
right.
bro, look what I'm doing. Like, having it in your hand is a big game changer.
And they're saying, and all the reports from these people are saying that their attach rate on Switch is higher than it is on all these other platforms. So like people who have a Switch buy games.
Well, again,
and
it's
a lot of them.
And it's probably the same thing of if I'm at home on my PC, am I going to play some small indie game on Steam, or am I going to play hours of World of Warcraft? But if I'm on the
I
bus
know, right,
home
yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
can't play WoW,
Yep.
you got me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this as a Switch owner. The final couple hours of my night is usually me just hanging out with my wife.
Yep.
And so instead of me being in a corner staring at my computer screen, I take out my Switch and we're next to each other
Cuddling on
and
the
we're
couch.
hanging.
Maybe Switch.
Yeah. A little bit. It's like, oh, what's that? Is that a bird person? Yes, it is, and they're gorgeous. I spent about 5-10 minutes describing how perfect all of the character designs in Breath of the Wild were to her, and then I showed her. She went, "Damn, you right."
You got a great wife.
But regardless, I mean, have you seen the Gerudos in Breath of the Wild? Anyway, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it allows me even in the house to be with somebody
Right.
and still be like
Not
an
have to
active
give them
member.
all your attention.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's a game you can just stop. And most of the games are on Switch anyway, right? Like the minute that she needs or would like some attention and you would like to give her some, it's fine. You can
goes
just
right back on
the
the
sleep
what is it?
and you're
The
good.
mount, the,
The thing,
the charger,
the jig,
The thing jig.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
gimmick.
technical term.
Right.
the
The
charging gimmick,
specific.
Yeah.
the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got there.
made it
It's
there.
totally
I'm
took
never gonna
We
dock
did
my
it.
Switch.
2 minutes.
I'm just never gonna attach that to a TV. Like I've got
It's gonna run out
I've
of
got
power.
great consoles to run like HD, HDR, 4K shit. This is just my away machine.
My dock, for the majority of the time, is just a place where it charges.
Charges. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just whoop, and
Yeah.
just pop it off. All right, time to play
I
for a
just
couple
can't
of hours
imagine
like
ever
this.
playing that on a big screen.
All right, last little bit of news, and we got a trailer for this because damn it, we're hyped as hell. Also,
Yeah,
Patrick's here.
Yeah.
Over the
He's
week,
hyped for us.
He was
I'm excited
he's
for
saying
you.
you're
I
not
like
hyped.
it when my
That's
friends
what he
get
was
things
saying.
they love.
bless you.
Yeah.
D23 in Japan, they announced, or they rather confirmed, the previously leaked Monsters Inc. world that is coming to Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll watch this and we'll talk over it a little bit. So oh God, is Goofy terrifying. But they announced that there will be a release date announcement at E3.
Right.
So we got an announcement of an announcement and a confirmation still that this is coming in 2018.
Yep.
I still don't know
Yeah.
if I entirely believe it.
Yep.
And then from a story perspective, seeing Marluxia
So good.
in the beautiful PlayStation 4 graphics instead of on the shitty PS2 graphics or Game Boy Advance graphics,
You
depending.
don't like the pixely.
Oh, the pixely, I love Marluxia. But seeing Marluxia back in this is very interesting.
Yeah. Well, also too,
Why?
it's one of
He's
those.
dead.
Oh, super dead.
Indeed.
That is
Or-
you have my
What a
attention.
twist.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Well,
Okay.
There's also
Well,
the question of when this takes place.
God, that's so gorgeous.
But it looks like, we already know.
Look at this.
It does,
Look at
but
this.
in Kingdom Hearts,
We
none
know
of that
you
means
know
anything.
nothing.
Right.
But we know.
No, you know
No.
nothing.
But we
And
know
also,
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Remember, Chain of Memories there's a lot of stuff going on
Hey,
there.
Dream Drop Distance
It's not like
really fucked
reality.
with all that whole timeline
Yeah,
stuff.
you're joking,
I
but you're
am
right.
joking.
No,
I-
you
but
are
you
dead
are
on.
right.
It
You
sounded
nailed
like
it.
the title really messed with me.
So we're seeing a little bit of the Monsters Inc. world, and Sora looks like he came right out of some Hot Topic employee's fever dream.
Yeah, you did.
Yup.
I love how they
This is
made
so
Donald the
great.
Cyclops. Mike and Sully and Boo look amazing.
Amazing.
And Goofy is a terror.
I think
Horrifying.
this is so cool.
But seeing the free, like the dropping, which is a
Yeah.
weird way to put it, but the dropping return from Dream Drop Distance, seeing the look
Well,
at
we've
the,
already seen the dropping in the Toy Store world and
True,
stuff too.
true.
But yeah,
Having the look at what the Monsters Inc. Keyblade looks like, and then how it
Yeah.
turns into two big old grabbo
yeah.
arms.
There's a couple different transformations in the
Yeah.
video.
Seeing Flynn and Rapunzel, and Rapunzel, despite killing. Go ahead.
Sorry, you get two people with you.
Yeah,
you
instead of
can-
just
Flynn
one.
and
You don't have
Rapunzel.
to swap.
But seeing that Rapunzel is still in the "I'm free, get me the fuck out of my my house" carefree attitude that she's in while killing Heartless is adorable.
Love
Yeah.
it.
We also saw the aerial summon, which looked like it was a cutscene instead of in just like in the regular engine. And then some teacup
this. Look
stuff.
at this.
So good.
It's gorgeous.
The physics, the lighting.
I mean, I'm gonna play
Like,
this.
Buzz and Woody on the big one.
Yeah.
The big one making an in-canon return.
Look at that.
They never
Indeed.
banned fireworks in the world of Toy Story.
This looks great.
This looks so good. And it's one of those moments, it's one of those things of, holy shit,
This is what we've been waiting
this
for.
is what we've been waiting for. And what do we think of the yo-yo mode of the
It's good. Looks like fun.
Monsters Inc. Keyblade? Goodness. Mike Wazowski being a weapon. Seeing the Dream Eaters back.
Yes.
That was also very surprising, and it made me feel bad for not finishing Dream Drop Distance, but happy
got
to see
time.
them back. And
The
even
end of
more
that
surprising, Vanitas making a flippin' return from Birth by Sleep once.
Well, we knew he was.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
Voldo from.
He wants his other half back,
Does.
and Sora has sort of a visceral reaction,
Doesn't like
despite
that.
knowing who the hell that is,
Yeah.
or at least it seems like. There,
he knows.
does Sora know who Vanitas is?
He knows about the Keyblade War and
Yeah,
the
but
seven
who doesn't?
things of darkness, and that's one of the.
But I don't know if he's met Vanitas yet.
No,
Yeah,
hasn't
so that's
met-
the thing.
But he knows
he knows of
that
him.
he knows Roxas is Ventus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is essentially Ventus, and he knows that Roxas is part of him. So he
Roxas
knows who
is
he
Ventus.
is. But
Is a T-shirt I would wear.
Of course.
Well, you can get it off
Who
of the
wouldn't?
Square
Who
store.
wouldn't?
hey, all you got to do is put 2 hours into the first Kingdom Hearts 2 to realize, oh shit, the game hasn't even started yet. This isn't the main character.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Not
you-
selling me on that, but this trailer may sell me on this one.
I put it. It sounds bad, but also it's probably one of my favorite first 2 hours introductory
Is that
into a
right?
game
That's
of
pretty
all
great.
time.
It's good.
It,
Okay.
it
It
sets
makes
up
you-
the
It's
mechanics
solid.
really well. It gets you involved in the world,
Yeah.
and the story, and then right when you're
Cool.
like, all right, cool, it's like flips everything on
By
its
the way,
head, and
just
you're
kidding.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's sort of
nice.
like an opposite Metal Gear Solid 2 moment where you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
Snake's back.
yeah.
Who the fuck is Raiden?
Right.
But it's the opposite is who the fuck is Roxas?
Okay.
But it's weird to get back into this world, dude.
I'm so happy. This is the magic of video games. Just looking at you guys are so excited. Look, I felt it all the way. Like when the Twitter was blowing up with this, right? Like everybody's losing their mind. And I think I was in the UK, and I was like, I'm so excited for you guys.
Did you hear?
Look at you.
So you heard about the Worlds announcement that they? So as part of the expo, they talked about like the progress of the game also. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
A couple of the worlds are in like the first phase, which includes Monsters Inc. and Tangled and the Toy Story one. So they said they're like 90% complete with those ones.
I've got these. The early
You
phase
have it?
worlds. So the Kingdom Hearts is split into 3 sections: early, middle, and late development. The early phase worlds are around 90% complete, while the middle section worlds are roughly 60% done. And the company didn't confirm what stage the end section is at, but Tetsuya Nomura, the director of the game, said it was something he always wanted to do and put into Kingdom Hearts ever since the days of working on Final Fantasy. So I have 2 big predictions for Kingdom Hearts. One, we're going to get a Final Fantasy 15 area. Whether that's a world, whether that's a crossover, we are there. Really? Neither.
What Final Fantasy world have we gotten?
Well, I don't mean. I mean feature.
We'll get the
So
characters.
whatever
Yeah,
the new
we'll probably
Traverse
get-
Town, whatever the new that is
Okay.
going to
Yeah.
heavily feature
Okay.
our boy
Yes.
band boys.
Yes,
Noctis?
it'll
Noctis and our
have
boys.
it'll have that version of Sid instead of the other Sid.
Yes.
And, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
I
Sorry.
miss
a lot about
Nocti.
Riku's new outfit.
Yes,
So,
which
definitely
Riku
like him.
was debuted. Riku's new outfit was debuted in the Utada Hikaru video, which showed even more footage that they didn't even put in the official
Yeah,
trailer.
story stuff,
And
broke his Keyblade.
my second prediction isn't that wild if you follow Tetsuya Nomura's fanboyism. We're getting Star Wars. Star Wars is going to be in Kingdom Hearts. They were developing the first mobile game that they were developing for Kingdom Hearts 3 featured a lot of Disney Channel stuff in it.
Okay.
One of those included Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh, cool.
There were stages planned and designed featuring Star Wars: The Clone Wars,
Great.
which was a Disney series at the time. So whether that means Star Wars Rebels, whether that means Star Wars Clone Wars or
Solo?
the Solo,
That's all I want.
I
I
tweeted it
Danny
out.
Glover should be in that game.
I tweeted it out earlier today.
Danny Glover, though. That's it.
yeah, just
Somebody
Lando.
took the "I'm Han Solo" song from the Star Wars Connect, which is the
I'm Han Solo.
yeah,
I'm Han-
and
yeah.
put it under the trailer.
Great.
It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen,
Genius.
and made me a little bit more hyped for the movie.
Yeah, okay. Get behind that.
But so what other do Patrick? I especially want to hear from you.
Yeah,
what,
I know.
What wild predictions do you have for Kingdom Hearts 3? I want to start with Stacey.
Yeah,
Oh my
Stacey.
god.
Don't steal mine.
I mean, are we gonna get Frozen?
If that's your prediction,
You know, so I think Frozen is more likely. I would love to see Moana.
that would be that. I wonder.
I would love that. I think that they could do so many interesting things and kind of branch out a little bit. You know, we've been underwater and that was
Coco.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't want. Is another
Water
Little
world?
Mermaid.
No, not underwater. Yeah,
World.
none
I
of
do
that.
not want to. I played
No,
enough of
thank
those.
you.
No, thank you.
But I could. The only thing that I think is holding Moana back is unless they went to Square early and were like, hey, we're working on this movie called Moana. Here are our designs. Start working on shit. We'll tell you what it is. And we get Kingdom Hearts' version of like Wind Waker,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
distilled into one world. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I don't think Mona's big enough. Not yet. I don't think that the
It's had enough time to
Yeah.
germinate.
right. Tangled was
Yeah.
weird because it got super big like almost immediately.
That's true. And I had a lot of hype.
Right. And then if you look at the other two, Toy Story and Monsters Inc.
And Big
are
Hero
like,
6.
What, The Incredibles?
That one I don't know.
Give me some Incredibles.
Well, we're at 2 Pixar movies already, so I wonder how deep
yeah,
into
yeah,
Pixar
yeah.
we're gonna get.
I'd rather
just in
get
general.
but
more
they're
Pixar
building
worlds than
hype
Disney
for
worlds.
the new one. So
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'd
They're
like to
doing
see
a lot of
Marvel
marketing for the
world.
new one.
yeah.
They're changing park stuff over to
Are
be
they really?
Incredibles. Yeah.
I mean, it's been years, so
Yep.
they kind of have to go all out for it.
Anything other than Frozen, Moana?
I think those are my 2 big ones.
'Cause I think Frozen is how can they not?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've got to go there.
It's their
that's-
moneymaker.
Yeah, that's not really a surprising, huge
Yeah.
thing.
I want to go to Patrick as a new
I've got one.
person of this franchise.
Upon learning that Noctis and the boys are in the game, I think they're going to drop their first single. I think they're going to break out.
That's
going
gonna
to
be the music
and that
level?
is going to be just.
Oh! As long as we don't go back under the sea, okay? I will take that. I will take a chocobo.
I'm just calling it right here.
Boy band,
And
give
I'm-
great.
That's what we got.
So
I'd watch it.
well, you're gonna
I'm
play
about
it.
that.
I
Even if
did
it's a
you- me
stupid
too.
DLC, I want it.
I'm buying that game. Yeah,
Did
no,
you
I'm
ever?
on board.
Do you know what the
I
story
hate
of
those
the
guys
Big
so
Hero
much.
6 level is?
No.
So, sorry, spoilers for another movie. I apologize, but the Baymax that goes off into like the Foreververse
Right.
gets taken over by Heartless and comes back to San Francisco. So
Right.
you're fighting that original Baymax.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, you're using shit from the movie. It's
Right.
kind of a sequel. I dig it.
Yeah, I just didn't like Big Hero 6 that much.
Okay.
And I read a couple different iterations of the books and found
Oh,
them to
sure.
be
It's a
much more
completely
interesting.
different
right.
movie.
So
So for Kingdom Hearts, do you have any wild predictions or stuff that you just want to see?
I don't think we're gonna get any Star Wars. I think we might get like maybe a hint, maybe an Easter egg. I don't think we're gonna get a world. I think in fact it's much more likely we get a Marvel world or something of that nature, which I would really really like to see. But I don't know. Part of me wants certain worlds to return. Like I really want a Lion King world just because it's been in every corner.
You
of
and
the
Robbie
game.
both.
It matters.
It's
But
it's one of
also-
the ones in Tetsuya Nomura's heart too.
And see, that's the thing is playing with the balance. Like I'm not a Disney person. I'm just not a Disney fan at all. So me liking this game is because of the story and the use of characters. I've never liked Mickey Mouse as a character, but within the context of Kingdom Hearts, him being a king in the kingdom and how that plays out and the decisions he makes, it's actually really interesting.
Yep.
So to see him take some of these newer IPs and involve them, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to see that. But I feel like a lot of what's made it work in the past was taking these more established IPs, cherished childhood things, and then being able to adapt them, like Little Mermaid. Like, because when the first two games came out, all of the Disney movies that they were, it wasn't like, oh, there's a new Disney movie come out, it's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
No, it was all just the classic stuff. So And clearly we're getting Tangled, so we're getting some new stuff in Big Hero 6. I just don't want it to overwhelm to the point of where it's like Kingdom Hearts is now just marketing for Disney for their new stuff, as opposed to cleverly intermingling Final Fantasy stuff with Disney stuff. Where it's like, wow.
I wonder, it's a trend that started with Kingdom Hearts 2 is the introduction of live action franchises.
Right,
and I
with Pirates.
wonder if Pirates Tron and then Tron Legacy showed
Tron
up
barely counts.
in Dream Drop Distance though, which is a little
But
bit.
that's a perfect Mary.
I totally agree.
for
I
sure.
totally agree. And I don't know what live action Disney franchises that they're super behind.
Well, that's why I would say the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Because remember they own Marvel. Disney owns Marvel, and it's a huge franchise for them to work with. And I think those characters, even though we're seeing them represented in the MCU as like live action, it would be very easy to.
I
animate
think they've got
them.
an exclusive deal with Square right now, right? Like so. Oh well.
Square Enix.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
them.
like, oh yeah, no, I got because we know they've got the Avengers coming out. You're right, absolutely right. Actually, for some reason,
Crystal Dynamics is working on the Avengers game. That's why they're not doing
Yep.
Tomb Raider 3, which supposedly got leaked earlier this year. Shadow
And
of
it
the Tomb Raider.
I think it fits in the world too, because
I think it can.
Captain America be like, it's the pureness of your heart, Sora. Like, come on.
I like Ninja Turtles in Injustice more than I like the Avengers in this shit.
Well, I specifically Captain America. It's like then you're like, oh, this is American. Like this is real. This
Right.
is like that takes me out of it more than like the newest Disney movie that shows up as a world.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Sora's like, Captain America. But if you took like a specific, if you have him with the Guardians of the Galaxy, like if he bumps into the Guardians of the Galaxy in the gummy ship,
Okay.
and they end up on this weird alien world,
see that
like
happening.
something like that. Cool, but specifically Captain America, I'm like, this is weird. This is a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't. But it's like the whole thing is American culture. They're all American movies. Even Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy. Like, yes, I understand that internationally there are characters, but they are classic American characters.
Yeah, but it's
that
not Mickey from America. Mickey, King of America. It's Mickey.
Right, I
It's
see what you're
all
saying.
sort of like they.
Can he be King of America?
He probably. I mean, he technically.
We
is.
get through the
Okay, fine, so
midterm
we get
elections and we
Iron
can have
Man then,
Mickey be
or something.
king.
So that's what I mean. Is take one of the
Our
solo
cartoon
movies and make it something.
The only thing I want X-Men, but that's not gonna happen.
That's the last thing that's gonna happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 4 in 20 years. That's when we're all about them
Imagine
X-Men.
the Wolverine summon.
It's just blood.
Blood everywhere.
We've really evolved
Right?
from the days of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, my favorite Kingdom Hearts world is the Logan world. Yeah.
Oh God! Fuck
Game
you.
is that movie's so good. Can we just Logan?
I
just want to go watch Logan.
You load in,
Can we watch Logan?
and Donald and Goofy are like old and dying.
They're figments of your
He's
imagination.
incredible. That's the best superhero movie of all time.
So what now one last thing around the table for Kingdom Hearts. We saw the aerial summon. And summons usually can be anything.
Yeah.
So what summon and from what game and or movie do you want to see in this? I'll start with you, Patrick.
I want.
And since you don't know what has been a summon previously, I'm really looking forward to what
I want to see the Thanos summon where he comes down and punches somebody and he says, "Deal with it," like from that trailer. That's all I want.
You know what? There's something that I've seen in an Avengers trailer that would be a metal as hell summon for Thanos to do, but it's kind of a spoiler for Infinity War, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But if you want to know after
how
the
he says
show,
that at the beginning when he's like that trailer is like you start to feel it and deal with that whole monologue he gives. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's not bad. That would be pretty flippin' cool. Stacey?
That would be cool, but he's a bad guy.
True.
Yeah, so maybe is he though?
Is he
I mean,
though?
he might be a little misunderstood.
No, he's a bad guy. Doctor Doom is misunderstood. Thanos, the Mad Titan, conquering all of the universe because he's in love with death, like literal death.
I think
he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Stacey, what do you want to
Stretching
say?
that one a little bit. Well, if we're going to Star Wars,
I
give
just
me
love him
a
so much, I
super
can fix
badass Ahsoka summon.
Ahsoka summon? Oh, yeah, with the
that'd be cool.
dual blades. Oh,
Bring it.
I like that a lot. Nate, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's gonna be like a Ray summon or something like that. Like that's what I could see happening. I don't know. I'd like the classic stuff where like the genie summon and things like that. So I'd like to get some good classic references. It would be my preference.
I hope that
That'd be a perfect place for Incredibles.
Just
stick one of them
somebody
there.
or the fan, and that's one of
Yeah.
the things is summons can be used like late in development as something that could be implemented a little bit less so than an entire world. So I could see Moana
Maybe
coming in
Moana.
there, or Maui, or the two of them combined, like just with a giant hook. Or
No,
something.
it's gonna be Hey.
That's just- I would absolutely love Hey to come on through.
Scar from Lion King.
Also bad guy.
I know, but like
So,
again,
I know
it's
you
so
play the game.
binary.
He's over
It's
here on
good,
the
bad.
organization.
Yeah,
It's a
right?
spectrum.
Are you heartless?
Also,
Yes.
canonically dead in the Kingdom Hearts game.
Is he?
Oh,
yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
at
we
least
don't know.
Dream Drop
We
Distance.
really
We wrote
don't.
all that
He
shit.
could. It could be his nobody
I
or
have-
his heartless form. We don't know. Patrick,
I don't-
the lore is fucking deep on this.
I know it is.
series.
And
I
crosses
joke.
over
I have
all
no doubt.
over.
I have no idea what we're even talking about here, but I know I believe it. And I'm excited for you guys.
Robbie wants a Robin Hood summon, which I think would be a great acknowledgement of the classics. I would like something
Yes.
classics too. Maybe something from Ben Knobs and Broomsticks or the Incredible Mr. Limpet. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode of Inventory Full. Thanks to the Popcorn Talk Network. Before we go, hey Patrick, where do the folks find you? And what are you working on?
I'm working on so many things. You find me at Pete of the Dees on Twitter. I will tweet about it there. I'm also on Truly Slide on your console of choice. Find me and game with me.
Stacey.
As I'm Stacey Shuttles, you can find me all over the web at Stacey Shuttles. I'm going to be playing more Doki Doki Literature Club this week,
Yeah,
and let's
you
see
are.
if things get weird.
Hey Nate, what are you going to be playing? More WoW?
Yo, nerds! I'm playing World of Warcraft. If you are on Alliance, actually I have Horde characters too, hit me up on Twitter and we'll do LFR or something where we can not pay attention as we play the game. It'd be really fun. If you want to play Fighter Z, hit me up also.
Oh, yeah.
Free wins right here.
Look,
Come get him.
Train him up. Like he's
That's
going,
right. I'm going to a tournament.
You can play
I'm looking for a
future
trainer
Evo
and a
champion.
coach.
Like
for
he's Little
serious
Mac.
Evo team. Hit me up.
He's
Dog
Little
like
Mac.
Nate.
And before we're totally done, the
I need a
Fuzzy
fighter
Games,
name.
thank you, Kyle, suggest the Seagulls from Finding Nemo as a summon.
Oh,
Not
yes.
a bad idea.
You just
Mine?
annoy your enemies
Mine?
to death?
What? And then it's just
Pick up all the
love it.
heartless, just
Yeah.
fly away.
That'd be so good.
Aye, and you get a crab every once in a while that just pinches you a little bit. I'm the internet's Mark B. Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. Tomorrow I have a big match for the movie trivia Schmodown coming up.
yeah.
I'm really excited and to be a part of that league. Oh boy, is it gonna be something? It's gonna be something. I don't know what I'll be streaming this week, but I'll be streaming something this week. Dear God, getting over it has affected my mind in the worst possible way. Thank you so much to Steve in the booth and to all of you who are dealing with our Kingdom Hearts hype. It's going to be something that we're going to be doing pretty frequently until the game comes out. But thanks again to the folks at the Popcorn Talk Network for hosting our show. We'll see you on Twitch at Inventory Full PT. Bye, everybody.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.